Yeah, urothelial cancer is a lethal cancer. It takes no prisoners.
Okay.
It's a lethal cancer.
I worked with Los Angeles County for 30 years and retired in October of 2017, almost a year ago. You know, when I walked out the door of the fire station that last day, I thought to myself, woo, I made it. You know, and be honest with you, I thought 30 years, I thought, wow, I didn't get anybody killed. I didn't get myself killed. And that sounds like powerful words, but I truly felt that way when I walked out the door. It was a relief to get out. I was like, I made it. And a month later, I was diagnosed with bladder cancer. I got my diagnosis at USC, Norris Cancer Center. It wasn't the news you want to hear. Nobody wants to hear that, and I sure didn't want to hear it. And I remember my doctor telling me, he's pretty clear about what I had, that this cancer takes no prisoners. When I got my diagnosis, I didn't really feel like this was a death sentence. I thought, all right, we got some work to do. And that's kind of the kind of person I am. Probably a lot of firefighters are like that. We're like, all right, we got a problem. How do we solve it? I don't know if I'm going to be able to solve this thing, but we're always looking for a plan. How do we fix this? So I talked to my old captain's dad. He had a great attitude about it. He's 90 years old, doing great. So I've always looked at him for the inspiration. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to be just like him. I'm going to make it. I'm going to be 90 years old. This isn't going to get me. I went online, Google search, bladder cancer. You start searching survival rates for the kind of cancer you have. And you start looking 5 years. Am I going to make it 5 years? There's 35%, 70% make it. And there's a 10-year mark. Am I going to make it to 10 years? I mean, that's a reality check when you have to go online and Google your survival rate. How long am I going to make it? It's nothing that you really want to do. When I got the diagnosis, at first it was a little disbelief, like, well, how could this possibly be me? This doesn't happen to me, this happens to other people. There's that disbelief, you don't want to believe it's happening to you. But I knew in my mind that, okay, it's me this time, I got it. You know, I actually worry more about my family than I do myself. That's just kind of the way we are. As firefighters, you tend to worry about other people more than yourself. So, you know, I was never really worried about what's going to happen to me. I worry about, you know, leaving your wife and your kids behind. That's the part it's tough. They've been great. They're with me. They're encouraged me through my treatment, healthy eating. Hey, Dad, did you have your greens today? You know, so they're keeping me on track with everything, and the guys have been great. The people I talk to, my crews, people I don't even know, firefighters. We're a brotherhood, so we're all working together on this thing. So it's been good. Love you. Well, I'll tell you what, it's huge. It's huge. You know what? You can't put off little subtle signs that my doctor almost blew it off. He could justify it as, oh, you know, maybe a little kidney stone, maybe this, maybe that, but you got to be your own advocate. If you think something's not right, you got to get it dealt with. for the general public, for the firefighters especially, the cancer gets them cancers are getting them at younger ages than ever before. So early detection's huge. I was talking with a guy that just recently and didn't get it in time, and his outcomes, I think he might have a good outcome, but it's going to be a lot more involved in his treatment. So if you don't get the stuff early, that's bad. It's bad. You got to get it early. My advice to the brothers and sisters on the job is wear your breathing apparatus from initial attack to overhaul. Wear that thing the whole time. Wear your protective gear, your hood, your turnouts. When you get out of the fire, get that stuff, do a decon. They'll do some departments doing gross decons now. Get that stuff off you. If your department provides any kind of wipe, use that. Clean up around your jawline. Get that. The jawline's a high absorption area for carcinogens. Get that stuff off you. When you get back to the station, try and get that shower within the hour. Get that stuff off you. One of the things I think we neglect is cleaning the inside of the rig. We get in there with dirty gear, and the inside of that rig is, it doesn't look dirty, but those chemicals are in those seats. So try and decon the inside of your rig when you can. You know, the dirty gear, that sooty helmet, that dirty gear, that's not a badge of honor. That's not a sign of a salty old fireman. It's a sign of an uneducated firefighter. Some things you can do on a personal level is get those physicals done. Get your cancer screenings done. Early detection's the key. We got to get that. You got to get those physicals done. If you catch your stuff too late, it's bad news. Get your physicals done. Any personal stuff you get on a personal level, again, maybe diet. I know a firehouse, weed good. But maybe when you get home, try and do a better job with the diet. Tobacco, huge. Get rid of that stuff. Tobacco, chewing tobacco, smoking, get rid of that. No good.
Extinguish Cancer was created to be an extension of my dad's reminder and to continue the conversation, to bring action and awareness to the fire service.
I wouldn't have traded my career in the fire service for anything, but if I'd have known the outcome, I definitely would have done things different.
We've had the chance to hear from so many of you. Stay in touch and follow our journey.